What is up, everybody? This is For Your Own Good, and I am Kassidy Warren, and I'm excited today because I just got back from a big conference, a big summit out in Kelowna, Canada, and I'm going to share with you everything that I learned, I think I've got 7 takeaways for you that I learned that you can apply in your business, in your real estate, in your life right now. And this thing was put on by Dan Martel at his headquarters in Kelowna. It was pretty magical to watch because it was in an auditorium in his headquarters. He was only there for about 3.5 hours total. He had his team present. He was at meetings while the conference was going on. His supercars were out there, but there was a lot of people that were there to learn how to create content, create better content, how to sell using their social media account, personal brand. And on top of that, myself and a good buddy of mine, Ryan, we created an additional 2 days of events on top of the conference that was already going on. So, and I'll talk a little bit about that, but that's important for you to note because you have to be willing to do the things that other people are unwilling to do. So I'm just going to start there. Number 1, you have to be willing to do things that other people are unwilling to do. Number 1, at this conference, Dan is putting this thing on. No other influencer, no other personal brand is putting on summits like this. They might be doing talks, they might be keynoting. He's going above and beyond to actually create value for everybody in his life, everybody in his sphere. Is he getting paid for it? Yes. Is he making a ton of money relative to maybe you or I? Yes. But he's adding a ton of value, and he'll tell you that it's his side hustle. It's his side hustle, but he's willing to do things that others are unwilling to do. For example, on top of these events, my buddy and I, Ryan, who are in the group together, we went ahead and we created 2 additional days of events to add value into people's lives that were coming to the summit. I noticed Dan was holding this on a Monday. We added events on Sunday and on Friday, 1 for fun and 2 for education. I did a live podcast. We hosted an AI mastermind, an AI event, and on the fun day, we drove around in supercars and went and hung out and had great conversations with people. We did that, and no one else was willing to do that. And what that allowed us to do was to connect with more people, create names for ourselves, add value into their lives, and again, do the things that other people are unwilling to do. The second thing that I'm taking away from this conference is proximity is power. Being around people that are doing things that are above and beyond anything you even thought possible, being around people that are setting examples of how you should be living your life and running your business and operating and sharing and growing and the team. So being around A players and surrounding yourself with A players, but you have to do something with that power. Proximity is power, but it's powerless unless you do something with that power. You can't just be another fan. You can't just want to be around these people just to say that you're around these people. If they are who they say they are, if they are the top of the top of the top, they notice you, but they aren't impressed by you because you're not doing anything of value if you're just hanging around. If you listen and execute and do what they say, and then go add value and create something, then you're taking that power and going and doing something with it. They want you to go help people. They want you to go take their proximity, take their energy, take their momentum, and go use that in your own life. Not just be a fanboy or fangirl. You need to go take all that and go implement it in your own life and share it with the world. Use the lessons. Be powerful. But you need to create your own reality. You can't just surround yourself with other people and expect it all just to happen. You will accelerate your learning, you will accelerate your growth, but you actually have to go and do the work. You have to go build your own network. A lot of people get around these influencers and these people and these mentors, and they just expect things to happen, but you actually have to make things happen. You have to create your own reality. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. You have to build your own network. They want to go work with these people. They think they can just go pitch somebody on something, but they haven't proven anything. They haven't done anything. You need to go build your own network using the lessons and the teachings of these A players. create value, do something for them, create something for them without asking for anything in return. You need to witness, you need to experience, you need to feel the momentum, and then you need to go take action. The third takeaway from the summit is that your capacity expands at your extremities. What that means is you need to grow. You need to push yourself to a boundary that you are uncomfortable with so that your capacity can expand. This is the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the effort is in the last 20% of the work. I would even argue that it's 95-5, where 95% of the work is in the last 5%. And that's where everything unlocks. In my fitness journey, the thing that I am learning is that things have come relatively easy to me in life, but my expectations were low. I could go about 80% and get generally everything that I wanted relatively easily. I'm not saying that I haven't worked hard and that I haven't been driven and all that, but I could go 80% of effort and get a pretty good life and generally what I wanted. I've never really had to go that 20%. And so what you're seeing now in my fitness journey, in this podcast, in everything I'm doing, is that 20%, is that last 5% where I am now pushing myself beyond my comfort limits to expand my capacity so that I am able to capitalize on the momentum and create step functions of growth, step functions of abundance, step functions of bringing abundance into my life and people into my life and creating my future self by doing this. The capacity to grow will expand as you push through the resistance. Continuous improvement by surrounding yourself with the right people, focusing on the right things, persevering when it gets hard, when you're ready to give up, is where that's where your capacity will expand. And this 80-20, 95-5 rule was really apparent in everything. And it's becoming more apparent in everything that I'm seeing. As I'm going through this podcast, right now, I am in a hotel room in Toronto. It is 10:20 at night in Toronto. I could just be going to bed, but I committed to 3 podcasts a week. And so I need to get this done right now. I set all the gear up. We'll post a photo. And you can, if you're watching, you can see I'm sitting in the corner of the hotel room. But I was just going to do it on my phone. I was just going to record it. And I said, no, we're going to set this up. I'm going to provide value. We're going to do this. And I'm committed. I'm pushing myself and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. This is where I'm growing. So it doesn't have to be suffering either. All right. The fourth takeaway from this summit is to become an attractive person. You need to become an attractive person. People need to want to be around you. If you want an easier life, you need to be an attractive person. I'm not talking physically. I am talking physically. Go lift weights. Go get strong. Go take care of yourself. Become the most attractive version of yourself. But what I'm really talking about is becoming someone that everybody wants to be around, they want to work with, they want to invest their money with, they want to do projects with. And not just because they're famous on the internet or whatever. It's because they have integrity, because they follow through on what they say. They take time for others. They listen. They're patient. They're kind. Whatever that future version of yourself is and looks like, that's who you need to become. You need to become the most attractive version of yourself to make your life easier. But right now, your life is difficult because everything is piled on. You're not taking care of yourself. You might not even be taking showers every day. You might not be cutting your nails. You might not be brushing your teeth every day. You might not even be doing the foundational elements of what it takes to go function in society. And I'm here for you. And I'm here for you. But you need to become the most attractive version of yourself. But you've grown out of it. You were successful in high school. Maybe you went to college. Then you started drinking. Then you started eating. Then you got married. Then you had kids. Then you had a job. And all the time is gone and you become less and less attractive physically. And that is foundational to who you are as a person and who you are as an attractive person and people want to work with. I guarantee if you got fit. And again, I'm not just talking about physicality. I'm talking about your own physicality, not societal's expectations of what attractive looks like. I'm talking about you taking care of yourself and then also becoming someone that everybody wants to do business with. If you can create that energy around you, your life will be easier. At the summit, everybody was there to see Dan. Everybody wants Dan's attention. He knows that. Everybody paid $1,500 to be there. That's a $200,000 day for him. He created $200,000 of value in one day because he is someone that people want to work with and be around and do business with. How can you become that attractive of a person that the money and the abundance and the people and the happiness and the joy and the fulfillment just come flowing into you? All right. Number 5, sell. You must sell every single day. Selling is how you create abundance and resources for yourself. Selling is resources, and resources are solving problems. Solving problems is helping people. If you're a good person and you have a good product, you believe in what you have, you should be selling every single day, but you don't. And selling, if you have a regular job, selling could be selling at work, selling a project, getting your project approved, talking to your boss. Selling is having the conversations that you need to have to bring in additional revenue into your life. So maybe you have a sales job, maybe you own a business, maybe you do real estate, whatever it is. Selling is bringing revenue into your life every single day. Your bank account is a reflection of your own self-worth. I know that sounds harsh. But your bank account is a reflection of your own self-worth because all it takes is a phone call or text message or email every single day to 5 people, multiple people, following up. That's all it takes for you to be able to go create a transaction and create value in this world to go fill your bank account so that you can go help people. Or maybe you are helping people with your product. But right now, you're not making the phone calls. You're not making the opens. You're embarrassed. You're afraid of the rejection. You're afraid that you're going to have to hold yourself to a higher standard when you have to fulfill the product. You're afraid of the yes. You're afraid that you're going to have to follow through on everything. And so you don't even want to ask the question. You're okay with objections. You're okay with people telling you no. You're okay not even getting on the phone or not even sending the email or not even sending the text message. But you're used to your bank account being at a certain level. It might even be close to zero normally, but you might be used to your bank account being at a certain level. But what happens when your bank account drops below your normal level? Do you get motivated? Do you reduce expenses? Do you go find money? Do you go sell more? Do you go create more in your life? Yes, because your self-worth is tied to that amount. Your motivation is tied to that amount. You don't feel that you're worthy for more, and so you spend, or you don't sell. Selling is not selfish. Selling is solving problems. And if you're the kind of person that listens to this podcast, the problems that you're solving is to help people. If you're not selling every day, you're not creating more resources for yourself to then go help more people. If you don't understand that concept, please DM me and we could talk about it. All right, number 6. Always be thinking bigger. Everything that you think and believe and dream of needs to be 10 times bigger. You need to be thinking in terms of gate codes and private jets. What does that mean? That means instead of wanting the house in your hometown on that old block next to the old cemetery, and that's your dream, you need to be dreaming of getting into a gated community with the most beautiful house that you've ever been able to think of. You need to be dreaming of getting into the gated community and flying on private jets. And if you're like squinching your eyes and shaking your head and you're getting ready to turn this podcast off because I just said you should be dreaming of gated homes and private jets, stop. Why do you not want that? Why do you think that's bad? Why do you have an opinion, a default feeling and emotion around wanting to dream about flying on a private jet. We should all want for everyone to have the most. And all I want is for you to dream bigger. And the more that you dream bigger, your ability to increase your capacity to dream means that you're going to either meet or exceed, or if you don't meet that, you sure as hell went above and beyond what your original dream was. And I'm not telling you to be inauthentic. I'm not telling you to do anything that is not you. What I am telling you is that our families and our friends and society has conditioned us to be meek. They have conditioned us to be small and to think small and to not want, because they have not been able to dream bigger. Everyone else has not been able to dream bigger. They have not been able to become an attractive person and surround themselves with the people that are creating abundance and going for their full dreams. This is your opportunity to think and dream bigger. You deserve more. You deserve more. I want you to get what you want. Gate codes and private jets. If all you want, and I say this to so many people that are out in Michigan or in the Midwest and they're buying these Airbnbs, and this doesn't have to do with Airbnbs, this has to do with mindset. You're buying a $300,000 house on a lake that will never grow in value, and that's your dream. And I love you so much, and I want you to achieve your dreams, but I'm telling you, owning one lake house out in the middle of nowhere is too small. Do it, own it. Maybe that's your first step, but do not let that be the best thing that you ever did. Do not let your current state be the best thing you've ever done. Do not allow yourself to settle for smaller dreams. The bigger you dream, the more people you can fit underneath your umbrella. The bigger your dream is, the more people you can bring along in your dreams and help them achieve their dreams. If you have huge dreams, more people need to be a part of your dreams so that you can achieve them. And then they get to achieve theirs as well. Dream in gate codes and private jets. The last takeaway is share yourself with the world. Share yourself with the world. Share yourself on social media, in person, and tell people what you have to say. Give your opinion. The world needs to hear what you have to say. If you're upset with everything going on right now, whatever that is, the market's up, the market's down, politics this, politics that. If you're upset with this and you're not saying anything, that's selfish. If you have a skill, if you have a natural ability, if you have a talent, if you have a product, if you have a service that can help people, you need to be sharing that. And not just from the business perspective. You just need to be sharing yourself because you are a unique individual and there are other people like you out there that want what you have. Your life may be someone else's dream. Your current reality may be someone else's dream. And so by you not sharing and becoming the attractive person and dreaming bigger and expanding your capacity at your extremities and selling, you are not helping the world get better. You are not helping yourself get better. People want to say social media is not for me, I think it's an excuse. And maybe you just need to learn. Maybe you need to learn how to do it. But you need to share yourself with the world. I am sitting here sharing myself with the world, despite it being uncomfortable at times. But I know that over time, I'm going to reach a couple of you, 10 of you, 20 of you, 100, 1,000, 100,000, a million. And I need to continue to share myself. And I'm going to do that unselfishly because I've seen firsthand people that need someone like you to share. People need someone like you to be available, to help, to have a program, to have a product. And all I want is for everybody to be fulfilled and live the best life that they possibly can. And I want them to live their truth and be the most authentic version of themselves. That's all I want for you. 100%, that's all I want for you. And you know why? Because I'm on that journey myself right now. And because I know how it feels. And I can tell you that it feels so fucking good to just step into everything that you want and to let go of everything and find the people that are doing the things that you want to do and go learn, study, and create your own reality. This current life that you are living is based on all of your thoughts, habits, and decisions up to this point. And you might have gotten here by default because of what society has dictated for you. And now is the time to say, I'm going to live my life by design, not by default. I'm going to change my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions. And I'm going to create something for myself. And you're going to dream bigger. And you're going to go for it. And I'm going to be here watching. And I'm going to be here cheering you on. Everybody, I'm going to be here cheering you on the whole time. But we all need each other to go do exactly what I've been talking about. We all need each other to go be ourselves and to go share it with the world. All right. From the Sheraton Airport in Toronto, I hope you had some takeaways from this. I really enjoy speaking to you. I really enjoy that you listen. Please follow on Apple, follow on Spotify, leave a 5-star review, and share this episode with someone that needs to hear it. And as always, I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. This has been For Your Own Good. Peace.